food trucks. Look, everybody does exactly what they want to do, and if you don't move fast enough, you'll be left sitting there. Hello guys, it's Warren. Welcome back to the channel. This is Alpha Omega Daily. Today, you're in for a treat. You're always in for a treat in this channel, aren't you? I think you are. Well, if you're not, let me know. Let me know what I can do to make it better for you. But listen, before we get into this, I'm just going to explain that I drive in Bangkok on a daily basis. And on a daily basis, I take my life in my hands. We all take our life in our hands when we go on the roads, but the roads in Bangkok are not something to be taken lightly. With the second highest road fatality rate in the world, Thailand, well, I wouldn't say Thailand boasts that, but that's a statistic. I don't normally, as I say, quote statistics, but that is a statistic. I'm going to take to the road now to collect my young lad from school. And I just want to point something out, by the way. This is by the way, when you buy a new car in Bangkok, you get a red registration, and then you register properly, you get a white one. They are for private cars. They have yellow registrations for taxis and so on and so forth. The wheels are always straight when people park their cars. And as I walk yonder, and by the way, they block you in, they park like this as well. There's my car there. And I deliberately, as you see, I deliberately do not park my wheels straight. The reason is because I'm not a sheep. There you go. They have a canary. Honestly, they have a canary if you don't park your wheels straight. I mean, it's up to them if that's what they want to do. They try and tell you to park your wheels straight if you don't, and I just say no. And you know, I don't want to. Simple as that. If they didn't try and insist that I do park my wheels straight, I probably would park my wheels straight. Anyway, we're going to get into the car now, and I'm going to collect my young lad from school, and you're going to see how precarious it can be driving in this city. Squeezing in without touching the other fella's door. I can guarantee you, if you touch any of them, because you're a foreigner, you'll always come out the wrong, you know, the worst, you'll always come out the worst, that's for sure. So basically, it's roasting, toasting in this thing. Going up the windows, can't even breathe. It's about 30, what is it, 36 degrees. There's the thing there, 36 degrees. It's 2:25 in the afternoon. It's February, just to give you a heads up on the climate here. Starting her up, I'm gonna place the GoPro in a bracket on the wind, as you say in the States, on the windshield, as we say in Ireland, on the on the dashboard, on the dashboard. Anyway, so here we are kicking off, and aircon's on, pulling out. That's very good. Kaboom, thank you. Thank you. So, back streets, as I covered before in a few videos, are basically only enough room for one car to pass. If another car comes the other way, we'll probably see now in a minute, either he'll have to pull over to the side or I'll have to pull over to the side. These mirrors provide you know, a really, really handy kind of view of the blind junction you're driving into. So ramps, by the way, going over the ramps, as you can see, probably not signposted. The ramps are, you get no advance warning of ramps. 1 second. And the bridge over the canal here. Now here we go, look, there's a guy selling something out the back of his pickup, so he's pulling over to give me enough room to pass. So you're going, now this is the back street, you know, so you're not going to see much action here until we get out onto a main road, which is coming up around about now. So now we're on a main road. This is the Intram Ra road. It's not a huge road by any means, but you can see that there's a lot of motorcycles around about the place. Well, there's one directly in front of me there. Usually guys will park where they want to park, as you can see here coming up on the left. That guy is selling 3 for 60 baht. What's that? Oranges. So now I have to stop. He just parks anywhere he wants, and there's no regulation here. No one's going to come along and tell him to move on because he's blocking traffic. Taxis will just do what they want, as you can see there. Look, just do what they want. And if I want to overtake him, I got to check my right hand mirror, because we're driving on the left side of the road here, lads. I got to check my right hand mirror to make sure no motorcycle is trying to overtake me as I'm overtaking him. And motorcycles as well, by the way, undertake you. You might see evidence of that in this video as well. So taxis notoriously drive very slow, because if they haven't got a passenger, they're always on the hunt looking for someone. He's making a right turn, so it basically get out of my way, which is fine by me. So there's an example of motorcycle undertaken coming up on my inside. So fairly quiet, the traffic is fairly quiet, but we're coming up into a market area here, and it's a different kettle of fish. It really is. So we're turning into the market here, and you can see a bigger volume of traffic. Kid on a motorcycle there overtaking the bus on the wrong side, obviously on the wrong side of the road. Of course you have to overtake on the wrong side of the road, but you wouldn't necessarily do it with a kid on a motorcycle without a helmet, but they do here. So there's a couple of vans blocking the road. There you go, just to suit themselves, as they do. You see, you're not meant to enter a junction unless you've got clear passage, and of course they just enter the junction and block everybody else, and I'm just left sitting here as a result. This is a market area, and it's always like this. It's almost 24/7. It's really bad in the mornings, first thing in the morning, and it's really bad at night time, because this place is thronged. There's a lady sitting side saddle there. It's thronged with punters in the mornings and at night. This is, as I said, 2:30. There's a member of the constabulary. Just got a car clamped. I don't know if you see that, if you saw that there, that car on my left, the black one, has just been clamped. The clamps they use here are rebars, just fashioned into a clamp with a padlock on. That's exactly what they are. They're in a sort of a U-shaped rebar. So this, as I said, market area congested, but at 2:33 in the afternoon, as it is now, a lot of Thais don't come out to play because they're afraid of the sun. You don't get so many. It's usually at night or early in the morning, but this is the time for parents to do what I'm doing, and that's to do the school run. So a lot of people will be doing that now, and there's a school here on my on our right. You can see it there. I don't know if you can, if the camera is wide angle enough, but the kids are being collected from school there. Look, kids on motorcycles just being picked up from school. Safety first. That's one of the reasons. Look there, look, straight in front of us, lads. Look, straight in front of us. Look at that, look at that. My God almighty, but I don't say my God almighty anymore, because I see it every day. Now, if that kid fell off that bike, I'm travelling behind him at 30 kilometers an hour. Would I be able to stop if I wasn't aware of the fact he was there? Would I be able to stop on time? I don't know. I'm keeping my distance anyway. I always do, just in case, but Thai drivers don't necessarily keep their distance. And we're approaching a major intersection here. It's the Rashid Dafasik Road. It's got 8 lanes. So we've got a green light, and you notice the guys in front of us turning right to their right, to our left. They're just doing what they like to do. They're on the wrong side. Look, they're driving, or they're turning on the wrong side of the road. Look at this guy in the white Jeep. Look, the Chevrolet. Okay, so now I can go on, cross the intersection, and this is where it, look, he meanders. That guy is meandering. The guy in a Nissan is meandering as he makes his turn. These guys are just, look, pulling across me. It's just, you'd want eyes in the back of your head. So you'll notice the traffic lights above us there. We've got a green arrow and 2 red X's. Well, that alternates depending on the time of day. So today there's only 1 lane going this way, but in the evening the 2 lanes could be going this way and 1 lane going the other way. I've never actually seen them change, like the time of day when they change over these alternating lanes. I'd love to see it, how they orchestrate it. They can't just flick a switch. You know, I don't know how they do it. Anyway, motorcycle taxi parked on the side of the road there, so I have to take a reasonably wide berth, but there's motorcycles, as you can see, overtake me on the right hand side all the time. He just pulls out in front of me, look, and he's on that side, and then you got these food trucks. Look, everybody does exactly what they want to do, and if you don't move fast enough, you'll be left sitting there. Okay, we got through that. One thing I noticed about Bangkok is, generally speaking, there's a lot of young people. It's a very young population in Thailand. That's just a by the by. You'll notice, if you're looking at a lot of shop fronts and restaurants here with Mandarin signage, because this is the real Chinatown. The Chinatown for tourists is about 10 kilometers away. This is Hui Kwang. This is the real Chinatown. This is where the Chinese embassy is. It's behind us, about a kilometer back. And there's lots of Chinese restaurants here. You can see it. And the food in these places is supposed to be so outstanding. By the way, look, stand still. If it wasn't for the motorcycles, I swear to God, this would be a completely different driving experience. You can see the motorcycle taxis here have their licenses on the back of their vests. If you're wondering what happened there, I had the camera in the dash mount and it just got too hot. I got a message, camera too hot. But look, that's the deal with driving around here. You know, you've got to have your wits about you 100% of the time. Motorcycles do what they want. People with food trucks do what they want. Other motorists do what they want. Honest to God, it really is something that you have to get used to coming over here. And if you're going to drive here, remember they drive on the left. That's the only thing that I found familiar when I came here, actually, in terms of driving. That's the only thing that I could say we had in common. They drive on the left, but they drive in a completely different way to the way I was trying to drive. So guys, I hope you found this video interesting, and if you did, make sure you click that like button, click the share button, click the whatever button you want to click, but make sure you join me again for another wonderful video. It's been my pleasure to bring you this, and I hope to see you again very soon. Thanks for joining me.